A lot of politicians made speeches tonight about the State of the Union. Some of them were on the right. Some of them were on the left. Some of them were in the so-called center. But I don't think that any of us needs a politician to tell us the State of the Union. We live in it, right? You know, chances are we live in a more real version of the Union than any of the people telling us all about it. Whether it be the jingoistic pat on the back from our president, or it be whatever tepid hack response the Democratic Party put out, or whether it be Bernie Sanders' litany of facts. You know, the cold, hard facts. Here's a bunch of statistics. I like that. I like how Bernie talks. I like how he gives a speech. But at the end of the day, the facts are only half the story. Because that's not the reality. You know, when you say a statistic like 70% of Americans support Medicare for all, the majority of Americans support a universal health care system, that doesn't tell you anything about the reality of people whose lives are being crushed under a mountain of medical debt, people whose livelihoods are threatened because they get sick. You know, and this is not something that I'm talking about because I saw it on a documentary or something. You know, I watched a sad, like this is something from my life. You know, I know people whose lives have been upended by illness. You probably know some people like that. Maybe you are a person like that. You know, and in a country like this that doesn't take care of its sick, chances are all of us are going to end up in that position at some point in the future. You know, and that's just one example. You want to talk about the State of the Union? I'll tell you the State of the Union. The State of the Union is it's fucked. It's completely and utterly fucked. Because you have an electorate that says one thing, says lots of things about what they want. Universal health care, they want it. Free college, they want it. Raise the minimum wage, they want it. Government doing more for the people of this country. Most Americans are not falling for the, oh my God, socialism's coming. The socialists are coming. The socialists are coming. People aren't buying that line of bullshit anymore. Americans are starting to say, okay, let them come. Even the people who might still think socialism's a dirty word, plug their, oh no, not socialism, no. They still want it. Because even if the word itself scares them, policy by policy, position by position, it polls well. I'm not talking about straight up, all the way, post-capitalist society socialism. I'm talking about the mixed economy supported by people like Bernie Sanders, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, and a bunch of other rising stars within the Democratic Party. But unfortunately, what the Democratic Party itself remains to this day is a corporatist party in the hands of hacks who don't listen to us. The State of the Union is that we have a president of the United States of America who is a shill, who is a puppet for Wall Street. And you know what the president before him was? A shill and a puppet for Wall Street. And the president before him, a shill and a puppet for fucking Wall Street. How many times are they gonna pull the wool over our fucking eyes before we say, hey, I don't think so, bitch. It doesn't really seem like we're being represented. Doesn't seem like the will of the people is made manifest by our political leaders. The people that apparently someone out there continues to fucking vote for. Nancy Pelosi is our leader. Nancy Pelosi, what? She's not even, first of all, she's not even popular. Second of all, what position does she take that invigorates anybody out there in the world? Have you ever in your fucking day-to-day life had a conversation about Nancy Pelosi that was anything other than ew, gross? I haven't. I talk to conservatives. I talk to liberals. I talk to moderates. I've never heard a kind word said about fucking Nancy Pelosi. But that's the leader? That's the person who's gonna lead us in the battle against Trump? All these fucking phony candidates out there, all presenting themselves like, we're the alternative to Trump. We're the alternative to Trump. Yeah? Well, in what way? In what substantive fucking way are you an alternative to Trump? Some of them can make the case, you know? Elizabeth Warren can maybe make the case. Tulsi Gabbard can maybe make the case. Bernie Sanders can maybe make the case. And I say maybe because we don't know who the fuck those people really are. Because we've thought we knew who they were in the past. We've thought, hey, this is George W. Bush. He's a compassionate conservative. Compassionate. He wasn't compassionate. He was a piece of shit. This is Barack Obama. He's going to change things. He didn't change shit. He was a liar. This is Donald Trump. He's a different kind of conservative. He's a populist conservative. He's for the people. He's not for the people. He's for Wall Street. Just like Obama was for Wall Street. Just like Bush was for Wall Street. Just like Clinton was for Wall Street. A big long line of fucking dick suckers sucking the big fat dick of fucking the moneyed interest in this country. Oh, big pharma. Military industrial complex. Oh, we're gonna raise your budget. Oh, yeah. More money for big pharma. More money for military industrial complex. Oh, more. Look at this big giant bank dick. Oh, more money for the banks. More money for big pharma. More money for military industrial complex. Yes, yes. And the citizens of the country like, hey, sir, could you spare a penny for some universal health care? What? How dare you ask us for universal health care? You are scum, sir. That is socialism. And we keep falling for it. We keep falling for it. People keep getting divided over stupid shit. This person's a different color than you. That's scary. Oh no, not a different color person. This person likes different genitals than you. This person likes a different recreational drug than you. This person worships a different god than you. Oh. This person worships no God at all. It's divide, 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 so that we can pretend that there's a fucking difference between Donald Trump and Barack Obama. I saw all these articles recently about Jack from Twitter, who I hate, by the way. I hate his fucking guts, but he said something on Joe Rogan. He said, Trump is not really different than Obama. The media jumped down his fucking throat. You know what? I'm with Jack on that one. I'm with Jack. What is the fucking difference? You could talk, I mean, look, don't get me wrong. They're always going to give you just enough differences to divide you against each other. They're always going to do that. There's always going to be just enough things that they're different on for you to get all riled up about. But then you don't notice, hey, when it comes to deregulating Wall Street, they're on the same side. When it comes to continuing the wars, they're on the same side. When it comes to denying us the things that we want as a country, the social programs that we want, Republicans and Democrats alike, oops, We're not even going to talk about that. We're too busy trying to get you to hate this person over here so you don't notice that we're working together, that we're in cahoots. And how long have I said it? How long have I said it? And it's like I talk to people about this on a one-on-one level and everybody agrees. Everybody fucking agrees with it. It's one of the most popular fucking talking points there is out there. You'll almost never encounter resistance out there in the world if you just go out and tell people the two parties are working together, they're dividing us on bullshit issues to keep us separated. And most people in a vacuum without their social group around will agree with that statement. But then they'll turn around and when they're back with their fucking clan, when they're back with their tribe, all of a sudden it's like, nope, the enemy is bad. The enemy is bad. Whoever's going to protect us from the enemy, that's the good guy. That's the hero. No, these fuckers, they're the enemy, stupid. It's not your neighbor. He's not your fucking enemy. I mean, maybe he is. But you know what? I guarantee you got a bigger enemy sitting there in Washington, cashing checks from defense contractors and bankers and pharmaceutical companies and a million other fucking special interest groups, and then voting how they want instead of how you want. Those are your fucking enemies. Those are the people who have pulled the fucking wool over your eyes. And tonight you heard speeches from all of them. Or you heard, hot takes from all of them. I think Trump's speech was great. He's a true patriot. Yay, America. Well, I thought Trump's speech sucked. He's a racist piece of shit. Boo, boo. It's a fucking show. It's a fucking show, okay? It's not real. It's a fucking carnival freak show attraction that gets your eyeballs looking over here so you don't see them sneaking up behind to fuck you in the ass. That's the state of the fucking union.